in a dirty world. Dirty, 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 dirty world. Talking clean in a dirty world.
Yeah, I mean, I utilize YouTube in my own life a lot, but I'll utilize the short versions, and then I also utilize the long form, especially if I'm trying to learn something or do something. So I think it's important you put efforts in both. I find that when you look at channels, they obviously are going to have their shorter videos because that helps them create subscribers and get eyes on them that show the people that you are an expert.
Okay, so thus is why I want to bring up the next topic, gentlemen, our last one for major discussion this morning, and that is our program that we started here in December. We're going through the year of 23 with a weekly program. This is Cleaning with the Academy, live every afternoon at 2:30 on Monday afternoons. This is a 1 hour discussion, folks. Well, basically a free 1 hour coaching session, if you really want to say it. But we're starting it with a 1 minute hack. So what we've been doing over the last few months is recording a bunch of these hacks that we're going to show you. And I think this goes to something that Don and Javi and I were talking about before we got on the air. And Robbie brought up right when you got on is, you know, people are getting information in bites. And thus is the reason we went to this Cleaning with the Academy to help people with professional advice from the cleaning industry, commercial now, not on the private side there, Don. I'm not talking about, homeowners. I'm talking about commercial cleaning. But just these little 1 minute bites so that it will bring about a discussion of a topic. And so what we're asking people to do is send in their questions based on discussions like what we're having this morning, gentlemen. And then we'll talk about it live on the air and see where it goes. And you can do this through, we're live on LinkedIn, YouTube, and Facebook. My question is, people get things in bites by what we've seen. Are you still the same way? Do you do the same? Is this a good thing to have for the next year?
I think so.
Boy, that dead silence there, folks. I was scared for a moment.
I mean, I think little bits, little segments of information are good. They little things, especially like we were talking about the Twitter thing earlier, and all that, and Instagram. But I think it's a good idea, in my opinion.
Yeah, I mean, I utilize YouTube in my own life a lot, but I'll utilize the short versions, and then I also utilize the long form, especially if I'm trying to learn something or do something. So I think it's important you put efforts in both. I find that when you look at channels, they obviously are going to have their shorter videos because that helps them create subscribers and get eyes on them that show the people that you are an expert. But when you get deep and you got to talk about, hey, how do I scrub and refinish a floor or a LVT floor or whatever it might be, it's going to be more than a minute. So and you need to have that long form version. And in my personal life, if I watch it for gardening, I'll watch the shorts, but when I want to learn something, I'm sitting down for 15, 20 minutes watching whatever that the subject might be. But most likely I've figured out that person is somebody that's knowledgeable and I want to watch based on the shorts. So I think you're in the right direction. That's obviously what you're doing. And I mean, that's a great idea.
Don, you're saying anything. This is very unusual for you.
Don, argue the other side of that.
Well, no, I actually just had the same discussion at my church because we're trying to figure out how to get social media to work for us there because I'm on a board there that has to deal with this. So it's almost an identical discussion, and I tried to get them to understand the view of people have a 5 or 10 second attention span. So where you want them to be is not where they start. So I think that what you're doing here, Dave, with the cleaning hacks is a great start. I agree with Bobby. I think that is where you get their attention. You don't have to give them all the information. You just got to get their attention. And if they're looking for something or they found it for some reason, somehow, either through a search or they just fell over it, do you get their attention enough then to send them to something where they can go, like Bobby said, they want to find a deeper version of how do I do all this now? Okay, I see what you did. I like what you got there, and you look like you know what you're talking about. I'd like to, learn more about it. I did yesterday. I was trying to find a smoking recipe for a barbecue. I'm doing a pork butt this weekend for some friends, and I haven't done one in a while. So I was looking up recipes. So I was looking for pork, and I found all these little YouTube clips of people doing it, and I'm looking at them. And guess what? The one that looked the juiciest and the tastiest is the one I clicked on to see how he did it. I have no idea what it was. It just looked good, tastes good. Hey, I'm going to go check it out. And then I read a whole article on what his recipe was, how he did it, et cetera, et cetera. So it's a conduit. All these things, TikTok, Twitter, Instagram, all these things are conduits to the information that you really want them to see. And if you think like that, you'll get more and more clicks, and you get really good at it if you, like you're doing, you just throw it out there and see what sticks to the wall. It's just
okay. So just to show you what's happening, folks, and the reason I wanted to bring this up because this was the discussion that we were having this week, and it kind of went back to my experience with Raymond James Stadium where we were doing the carpet cleaning, and I was just kind of, I'm always testing these things out as we do it. So we had the chemical, we had the cotton, we had spotting. And so within just a few minutes of doing it, I posted these 4 little spots here on shorts. And between these, there's almost 3,000 views of those. And we've got 3 new subscribers. Now, I'm just saying this because I know, Don, we've talked about this before, and you're going to tell me, well, those are small numbers. And yes, they are. But I think it's what Mickey keeps telling me all the time is you have to have a plan, and you have to have a really designed plan. And I think that's what we're talking about here at the start of 23 is what's your plan for the year? Have you put that plan together, and are you committed to that plan? And I think that's what we want to do here at our discussions of Talking Clean in a Dirty World is our plan is to have discussions about what we find relative topics on. I don't know if this discussion's helped anybody today, but we're going to keep putting it out. Don keeps laughing there.
I always sit there thinking, well, who's watching this? and do they think we're just a bunch of yahoos here having a great time? I'm having a good time. I don't know about you guys. I like the discussion. I think it has to be informative.
Yeah, I think in the janitorial supply side of it, and probably for Javier too, and the service side of it is what's the nutritional value we're gaining from the YouTube? What's the nutritional value gained from a LinkedIn Live or whatever it might be? And in the field, it's real. So sometimes ownership, or not owners, because our owners at GEM obviously understood the nutritional value, but I think sometimes overall it's looked at because if you start it and then you start and stop, it kind of looks like a waste of time. Right. And if you start and you keep at it, and Dave's been at it for 5-6 years with GEM, for certain, and you see that kind of constant data going out, it gives you legitimacy in the field when you are in front of customers to be able to, if you Google something and up pops a Academy video or a GEM video or even this, I just think it's powerful enough for that's your nutritional value on it. On top of all the other things that could happen, like you accidentally sell something from the video, or they sign up for an Academy class, or they call Javier to have him come into their facility. Those are all things that, those are great, but there's more of this intrinsic nutritional value that's out there.
Javier, one of the things that you started several years ago when you and I started working together was green cleaning, low toxic. It's not an easy message. It's a hard road to hoe for some people. Mm-hmm. You're definitely not the majority of the group of people in the contracting world.
Absolutely not. Yeah, there's a very, very, very small amount of guys of people like us have taken, that want to take the green approach and continuously, try to market the green approach. And we just, our plan this year for I guess for New Year's, if you will, is to expand even more education when it comes to that. And I mean, through many sources, through working with you, Dave and Jen, but also, just anything else that we can to be able to, basically just make people understand what the green is all about. That's our campaign.
Oh, you know what? I just thought of something, gentlemen, and as folks may be looking, and I've got a hat on today. That's because it's cool here in Florida. We're in a cold snap, and so I had to cover that.
It feels like Missouri. It feels like back home when you're in St. Louis.
Yeah, I got to tell you. Well, hey, it's 60 degrees, 50 degrees now is what I used to feel like at 20. I think I've acclimated, as Bobby said, over the last 5 years, I've acclimated to this warm weather, and it's not that way anymore. Hey, before we get through with today, any personal, I know, Bobby, before you came on, and as you did, we were talking about some of your farming.
No, I don't want to talk about that. I want to talk about this right here.
I got that.
I want to talk about that right there. That's the most important thing to talk about, right? Oh, there you go.
Oh,
talk about the cleaning festival.
There we go.
That's much more important.
There you go.
So anyways, cleaning festival coming up February, March, April, 4 different cities. We're giving away an auto scrubber. If you attend any one of the 4, you get your name in the drawing. Orlando's pretty much, well, we're sold out on the vendor side. So we're packed in all 4 cities.
Popcorn.
And we're about to probably got another week or so when we might shut down the tickets for coming into Orlando because it'll be above and beyond capacity. So really imperative people to come out and get their tickets right now. They're you can go to cleaningfestival.com and get them. You can call Don Tracy. He'll set you up. You can call me. We'll get you set up. Or you can just go right straight to the website. But that's what's happening, and that's what's the first quarter for GEM is the most important thing going on, is that cleaning festival.
Is there going to be a Ferris wheel?
Nah, no. Many other great things though.
A lot of clowns though, right?
Yeah, plenty of them. You come meet Don in person.
I'll be there.
Well, one of the things that we are doing, and we're going to do this live on the air. We do this every year. We get nominations from all over the country on the Rockstar Custodian program. And the finalist was chosen, and the award winner has been chosen. We're working out details. And at 1:00 in the afternoon on February the 23rd, live from the show, we're going to be presenting the National Rockstar Custodian Award for 2022. So even if you are not able to join us, you will be able to see it if everything goes right. We're going to broadcast it live on the air. So keep our fingers crossed. Technology will work with us that day. So yes, Bobby, you're correct. A lot of things are going to be happening. On a personal note, I want to tell you, listening to what you were saying, Bobby, I just got a call over the weekend because of this message of continuously putting things out and staying the course. Like Javier said, you got to stay that course. I got a call from one of my clients in Bermuda, and he says the Ministry of I can't remember what their title is, but it's with the country of Bermuda, wants to fly us over to Bermuda by the end of the month to do a week-long training session for 20 people to clean public facilities there on the island. So folks, I got to tell you, keep putting that information out, make sure that it's viable. You never know when you're going to get that call just like that. It was kind of surprising, but yet that's what we're here for.
You need assistance with that, Dave?
I knew something like I was waiting for you because you got the hat on. It's like you're ready to go,
I've
aren't you?
never been to Bermuda, man. I
It's probably cold.
pay
in
my own
February.
way.
Do you know how many people have offered to give me assistance over the weekend?
Everybody. Hey, that's awesome. That's an awesome thing, though. That means the word's getting out there.
Well, we did a broadcast with them in 2020, but because of COVID, everything was shut down, so it was virtual. And he said, virtual isn't going to do it this time. You got to come over here and do skills training along with the education. So, yes, we are honored that they would think of us and that they have recognized the education to be of value to do something like this. Because, and I mean, hey, I got to say, at this point in my career, I got to, it's great that people are listening, Don. So no matter what, keep on doing it, Don.
Hey, you're going to have to buy yourself some Bermuda shorts. And I want pictures.
Folks, that's a conversation for another day. I want to let you know that we do have a podcast channel. It is Beyond Clean with Ace, where the cleaning industry talks. You might have heard me talk about Mickey Anderson. She is a regular on the show now. So if you want some of these tips about what I was just talking about, what we talked about today about marketing, what you're doing in 23, she's been on the show with us quite a bit in 22. I've been listening. We're trying to follow some of that advice. This is why you see Cleaning with the Academy coming out for this year. We would hope that you'd come over here and join us here. Also want to thank Gem Supply, our sponsor, where they have been improving lives with cleaning supplies since 1930. As Bobby mentioned, the festivals start in February the 23rd. We'll be doing it every 2 weeks until we get all 4 cities covered. Gentlemen, any parting words before we close the show out for today?
Cleaningfestival.com.
Looking forward to attending.
I'm making a great 2023. How about that?
Javier, where can people find you and get in touch with you?
Well, you can go a couple different ways. You can go on our website, which is moderncleaningsolutions.com. There's a link there. Then also to we're Facebook, Instagram. And then, of course, on our website, there's a link to our office number. Then, of course, it's call forwarded to my personal number and to my wife's number as well. So there's like 4 different ways that you can get a hold of us. But the best way is go green at moderncleaningsolutions.com. That's also our email.
What is the service area that you cover over there, Javier?
We do all of Tampa Bay. So we're primarily in Hillsborough County, but we will do Pinellas County and Pasco counties. So we're Tri-County area. Our surrounding counties.
Okay, Don Tracy.
Yes. You can find me at Gem Supply. I'm on all the websites.
Where are you predominantly at most of the time?
Anywhere I want to be. I cover all of Florida pretty much. So I go where I'm needed, which is about 2 places. You can reach me at 407-947-6196 or dtracy@gemsupply.net. I'll be there for you.
And Bobby?
Cleaningfestival.com. Right there.
Pigs are us.
You go to cleaningfestival.com, you will find me. And then I'll find you.
Gentlemen, thank you for your time and bringing on the show here to start with. Hopefully it'll be a good year for all of us in a lot of different ways. Folks, please like and share this YouTube video. We'll be actually throwing it out on the podcast channel. So that's what all information is all about. Like it, share it, subscribe, and just remember, make sure that your world is clean and healthy. Till next time.
Talking clean in a dirty world. Talking clean in a dirty world. Dirty, 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 dirty world. Talking clean in a dirty world.